Breaking news, Zillow says it is out of the home buying business. Hi, welcome to the Dallas Home Show. I am Scott Neal, the broker of Scott Neal Real Estate in Richardson, Texas, and we help people buy and sell homes in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And according to their recent press release after their third quarter earnings report, Zillow announces that they are getting out of the home buying business. This report from CNBC.com, the headline is Zillow says it's closing home buying business, cutting 25% of its workforce, earnings miss estimates. This is huge news because in the real estate industry for the last 2 years, there's been a lot of hubbub over iBuyers. That's right, iBuyers. These are these huge institutional companies that are coming in and buying homes. You've heard of them: Zillow Offers, OfferPad, OpenDoor. In fact, I'm sure if you are a seller in today's market, you've probably contemplated just selling your home to an iBuyer or an investor because it's easy and it's convenient. And sure, you might be leaving a little bit of money on the table, but hey, you can skip the showings, you don't have to make any repairs, you can move on your time frame. It sounds very attractive. And at least according to this, home sellers have been winning definitely more than the institutional buyers. But even so, we still see that sellers are typically, in general, leaving a ton of money on the table. Now, I do have to say that we have certainly seen our fair share of clients who have sold their homes for way more than we think that they're worth to people like Zillow and OpenDoor. So kudos to you home sellers out there that have cha-ching banked in on these iBuyers paying way more for properties than they're worth. However, it looks like the ride is over. The gravy train seems to be over. So all of you sellers who were hoping that you were going to be getting in on this great buyer out there that's willing to pay more than what your home is worth and have to deal with it all afterwards, just selling it to the next sucker basically, looks like that is over. The announcement came as Zillow's third quarter earnings report came out, and according to Zillow's CEO, Rich Barton, he says, quote, "We've determined the unpredictability in forecasting home prices far exceeds what we anticipated. Continuing to scale Zillow Offers would result in too much earnings and balance sheet volatility." Now, if you haven't looked into what it takes to sell your home to Zillow or OpenDoor or OfferPad, basically the way it works is you go to their website, you put in your information, you send them some pictures, and then ultimately they send you a letter of intent, essentially, basically saying that, hey, we think that we're going to go ahead and buy your home at this price. And the price looks very attractive. But by the time you get in there and look at it, you're actually paying somewhere between an 8 to 10% convenience fee on top of what they're already paying you. Then they're going to minus out repairs, and then invariably whenever they come and do their inspections, they always try to renegotiate the price as well. But like I said, Zillow has now said that they are getting out of the home buying business. Again, according to this article, revenue in Zillow Offers business, which competes with OpenDoor, as I said, climbed to $1.17 billion in the quarter. $1.17 billion worth of homes they bought just in that one quarter. And that's way up from $186 million just the year previous, which, you know, while we were in the middle of the pandemic, people were really unsure. But again, by summer of 2020, things started roaring back. The homes segment, which is basically Zillow Offers, said that they lost $422 million in the third quarter of 2021. That is an unsustainable business model. I don't care how much money you've got. So again, Zillow has said that they are now halting their home buying program. The gravy train seems to be over, and sellers, you know, you were getting lucky a few times to get your home sold to Zillow or OpenDoor, and we just anecdotally don't think that this thing was going to last very long, because we on the inside, where we see this stuff all the time, we just could not see how Zillow and OpenDoor and OfferPad were making money. Yeah, they're charging these huge fees, but they're all getting sucked up by the time that they fix the house up, hold it, end up selling it probably for a loss. I mean, how many times can you do that before you just flat out end up running out of money? Now, let me give you just a little bit of education on what it takes to actually buy an investment property and at the end of it, make money. Have more money than you actually started with. It's not as easy as you think. And so, sellers, if you're getting lowball offers from investors, there's a good reason, because somebody's got to make the money. Okay? The investors have to make money or it's not worth doing it. And it's certainly not worth doing it if your margins are razor thin. And let me give you just a couple of reasons why. Okay, so first of all, in order to make money on a piece of investment real estate, if you're going to turn around and sell it for a profit right away, is first of all, you have to buy it at a price that makes sense, because you have closing costs when you buy. Then you have holding costs while you sell it. I mean, you have to keep the utilities on, you have to pay the insurance, you have to pay the taxes. Most people are using financing, so you've got interest on the financing as well. Then, of course, you've got the renovation costs. And after all of that, there needs to be a margin in there for what you can sell the property for versus what you've spent on it so far. And then, of course, you have closing costs as well whenever you sell it. So if you're hiring an agent, you have title fees, maybe the buyer's asking you for closing costs. I mean, you've got some sort of closing costs whenever you sell. And so obviously the goal at the end of it is to have more money than when you started. But as we've seen, Zillow is actually having less money than when they started. And anecdotally, what we've seen out there in the marketplace as real estate agents is we are seeing these properties from Zillow and OpenDoor. They're actually selling on the open market the end product for less than what they purchased them for to begin with. Now, does that make sense? So they bought it, they put the money into it, they have the holding costs, they paid the utilities, all that kind of stuff, and then ultimately they ended up selling it for less than they actually purchased it for. Maybe this is the reason why Zillow lost $422 million in that last quarter. So again, Zillow says we're out. They have about 7,000 homes that they need to sell right now in order to get those homes off of their books. We think OpenDoor might be next. Is this the end of iBuying as we know it? I guess time will tell, but it certainly is going to shake up the iBuying industry a little bit. Now, I will say that here at Scott Neal Real Estate, we have not really been threatened by iBuyers because we know they are a very, very small portion of the market, and most home sellers opt to not sell their home to investors. They opt to not sell their home to these institutional buyers because they know that the way that they're going to put the most amount of money in their pocket in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of hassle is to actually list their home for sale with a competent, high-producing real estate agency like Scott Neal Real Estate. So if you've been thinking about selling your home and you'd like quick, easy, painless sales, we can still offer you the same results of that without you having to sell to an institutional investor and potentially leave tons of money on the table. And oh, by the way, it looks like they're going away anyway. So give us a call. Our office number is 469-998-3322, or you can get a free home evaluation on our website by going to mydallashomefinder.com/estimate. We would love to work with you soon. Just give us a call and we'll give you all the facts. We hope to work with you soon. We hope you're having a great fall so far. So thanks and happy selling.